We are beer here. When you say beer in Portland, Oregon, you mean craft, period. End of story. By the early 2000s, if you said to your friend in Portland, let's go get a beer, the implication was that it was going to be made locally, craft brewed. You were not going to be drinking Miller Butter Coors, not in this town.
Portland is one of the top beer cities in the world, you know, and it's not just about the beer that's made here, it's also about the beer that people drink here, it's about the culture.
We're one of the breweries that brings people to Portland. It's not uncommon for someone to say, I just got off the plane and this is the first place I came.
We've always had a goal for how big we want to be, which is not very big. You know, we didn't want to grow to be that next huge brewery. The name came out of the fact that we want to be small. It was always a joke.
We sell small amounts of beer in a lot of places. That's sort of what we do.
And so we seem much bigger than we actually are. We always have our IPA and Imperial IPA on tap. Typically we have our gin barrel aged IPA that's aged in Ransom Old Tom gin barrels. Then we're always trying new seasonal beers. We decided every 5 years we're going to do a year of greatest hits and let people vote on which beers they want to see come back. Because people are asking us all the time, you know, when are you going to brew High Fidelity? When are you going to brew Axis of Evil? And this will be like the one opportunity to do that. We sell beer in 10 states, 6 countries, but still like the most important place that we have is this tap room. When we opened, we weren't really sure how many people would come drink here. And you know, we're in this industrial neighborhood, and so we really had no idea what would happen. And over the years, it become a neighborhood bar for all the people that live around us. It's a more important part of the city than I think I realized.
There are a lot of people who are here, who are regulars here, who never knew each other before they came here, and they're friends now. Ashley, who's brilliant, who works for us, she had decided that we should have a Christmas party, not for us, but for the regulars. That amounted to, hey, come on Monday night, beers will be a couple bucks, and we'll have food and stuff for you guys. And everyone came in and they were all excited. They were walking up to each other. Hi, I'm Scott, I'm a 3 o'clock. Oh, I'm Oliver, I'm kind of a 7:30 to 8 o'clock, you know, kind of thing.
The neighborhood pub, I mean, that's really what we are. One of the early ideas we had was to have like the art label and have a different artist, but then also have a different musician for each beer and have a song that goes along with each beer, so you can like drink the beer, look at the art, and listen to the song at the same time and have this whole experience.
We've had numerous people tell us this all the time. You guys have the best labels I've ever seen. The artwork is amazing. I always tell them the same thing. It's because we don't work with crap artists, we work with real artists. The artwork really impacts the success of the brand.
Basically what we did is we looked at comic books. No matter who's on the front of it, what the photo is, whatever, you always know it's the same comic book, you always know it's the same magazine because it's laid out that way. You know, you may be drinking the beer for a long time and then all of a sudden you see it and you're just like, oh shit, I didn't realize that there's these little staples on the side.
When we work with an artist, this is all we tell them. We tell them the kind of beer and we tell them the name of the beer. We get honest art back, and then what we get for a brand is very real and very legitimate. People get it, you know, they get it. Some really kind of famous artists, when approached with, hey, do you want to make a label for a brewery? They kind of go, yeah, that sounds cool, I'll do that, you know? They're not all stuck up and shitty or whatever. I know of places in this country where the brewers will not let each other see recipes. They won't talk about technique with each other. They're so terrified of someone stealing trade secrets that they won't share. But you don't get better that way. You don't get a whole group doing well that way.
At this point, beer is a very integral part of this city, this county, and this state as a whole. And it's just a very normal thing, but it's something that still sets us apart from the majority of places in the US and the world.